I think we underestimate how much we can do when we really start small and start with like little things that build and build and build on themselves. And those little things build up into a tower of wins over time. And it's just a matter of continuing to implement and continuing to be consistent and do the things that we know are good for us. Hi, I'm Meg. Welcome to plantfitmeg. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm an online health and fitness coach, and I like to share my experience with losing 80 pounds, my fitness journey, my adventures in the kitchen, and healthy lifestyle tips. So if that sounds like something that's interesting to you, please consider subscribing to my channel. Today, I want to get into how to do the thing when you really don't want to do it. You really don't feel like it, and you end up not doing the thing, or you end up maybe doing the thing for a while, but not being consistent with it and really carrying it on and building it into a habit. This video was requested by one of my clients, so thank you very much to her for requesting this video. I know this time of year can be particularly challenging for some people, with the days getting shorter and with the weather getting colder, and some of us just want to hibernate, myself included. So I'm going to share my top 5 tips for getting out of your own way and just doing the thing, whether you want to do it or not, getting into a good rhythm and being consistent and making progress towards your goals. So whether your goal is weight loss, whether it's muscle building, whether you have a goal to just live a healthier lifestyle and get into some good healthy habits, this video is for you. So let's get right into the tips that have been helping me and my clients to do the thing. My first tip is to lower the barrier to entry. Start where you are and build from there. For example, if you want to get your body moving more, but you really aren't interested in exercise very much and you're not really sure where to start, walking. Walking is a wonderful place to start. Let's say you've heard that 10,000 steps is optimal, but let's say you look at your step count currently and you're only averaging maybe 2,000 to 4,000 steps a day. Jumping up to 10K per day can be really daunting and really challenging and hard to fit in when you're not used to it. So making that goal just a gradual increment or a range rather than it must be 10,000 steps and it's kind of a pass or fail situation can make it a lot easier to set a goal that's actually achievable, doable, reasonable, and then you can gradually bump the steps up from there. So like I said, let's say your step count is starting from 2,000 to 4,000 steps per day. Bump it up to 5,000 to 7,000 steps per day and have a range so that you can have some days that are maybe a little bit lower and a little bit higher, but somewhere within that realm and within that range so you can tick the box and be making progress towards that ultimate 10,000 step goal if that's what you're aiming for. Oftentimes, if we set the standard a little bit too high and we go for that 10,000 steps right away, we maybe can do the 10,000 steps for a day or two, maybe a few days in a row, but oftentimes it will slip off because you haven't built the habits required in order to incorporate those amount of steps throughout your day and keep it sustainable and keep it manageable. So whether it's a step count goal, whether it's an eating healthy goal, whether it's a getting into the gym more goal, start where you are and make a reasonable habit-based goal that you know you can stick to, that's maybe a little bit of a reach or a little bit challenging, but that is manageable and doable. That will allow for greater consistency over time and allow you to have a goal that you can build on and habits that you can build and improve and change over time as you develop these habits and get into good routines. Tip 2 is set yourself up for success. So let's say you want to eat healthier and you're looking at what am I going to eat? And a lot of us know what to do, but it's a matter of how to implement it into our lives and how to make it work. So a lot of us know to eat our veggies, to eat more fruit, to eat beans and whole grains and eat whole foods, right? Rather than eating really highly ultra processed foods. To set yourself up for a goal like this, you could start with a little bit of easy meal planning, going grocery shopping or ordering your groceries to you. Prepping your food so that it's good to go and ready for you when you're ready to refuel and ready to eat your meals. If your goal is to get into the gym more often, schedule it in. Look at your schedule and figure out where you can slot it into your day and into your week and where it makes sense, so that it's not just a loosey-goosey like, oh, I want to get into the gym more, but it's sort of airy-fairy and doesn't really happen because there's no clear action and clear scheduling behind it. You're much more likely to do the thing if it's scheduled in and planned. Another thing you can do with wanting to get into the gym more and setting yourself up for success that way is lay out your clothes the night before, or get all of the things that you're going to need for your gym bag and pack it the night before, so that it's very easy to just get going, and reducing obstacles to do the thing and making it easier on yourself so that you're more likely to actually get out the door and go to the gym and get your workout in. Tip number 3 is to make it as simple and enjoyable as possible. The easier that you can make it, the more you can simplify, then the more likely you're going to do it. And same goes for making it enjoyable. If you enjoy something, you're much more likely to want to do the thing. If you're trying to sort of force a square peg into a round hole, and maybe you've heard that X exercise is the best, but you hate it, you're not very likely to do it if you're in that mindset of, oh, I hate this thing, I don't really want to do it, but I feel like I should, I feel like I have to, and this and that. If you can change your mindset and maybe change your activity as well, so that it's something that you actually do enjoy, or something that is at least reasonably okay to do and not something that you despise, something that you hate. It's something that is like, okay, I can do it. Maybe I don't love it, but I can get it done. And changing your mindset along with that as well, to consider that, hey, instead of feeling like I have to do this thing or I should do this thing, I get to do it. I have the privilege of being able to do XYZ, whether it is eating healthy, whether it's getting your steps in, whether it's going to the gym, whether it is managing stress or getting good sleep. All of these things are contributing to your healthy lifestyle, and be grateful for the opportunity to be able to implement these things and develop these healthy habits and to do something good for yourself, because some people just really don't have as much privilege as you do. And I'm speaking from a very privileged place, and I have a gym membership. I have access to a gym. I am currently in good health. My mental health has been a little funky lately, but overall doing well and able to move my body in the way that I want to. I can afford healthy groceries. So consider what you can do, consider what you do have access to, and make do and do the best with what you do have and what you are capable of. My next tip is accountability. Being accountable makes it much more likely that you're actually going to do the thing, even when you don't really want to. So that could mean hiring a coach. If you're looking for a coach and you're looking for someone with sort of a gentle, collaborative approach, you can reach out to me. I'll leave my coaching link in the description box below. But if you can't afford a coach, or you're not really keen on getting a coach at the moment, that's okay too. There are many other ways to be accountable and make it work for yourself. So whether that means an external accountability, so an accountability to someone else, like an accountability buddy, a friend, someone you can reach out to and kind of connect with. And if you don't really have access to hiring a coach, or you don't really have someone that you can be an accountability buddy with, I encourage you to leave your plans in the comments section below. I will be reading them, and I'm sure others in the community will be reading what your plans are. And then if you come back to it a week from now, a couple weeks from now, and update on how you've been doing and what's been going on, there you go, accountability. I'll be reading comments, other people in the community will be reading comments, and it'll be nice to share what we're up to, what's going on, how we're doing, maybe some wins or some challenges, and kind of help each other out in the comment section below. So I would love to hear what your plans are and what you're going to implement, and I can sort of be your accountability buddy, and other people in the community can as well, and we can kind of cheer each other on and help each other out in that way. And it's nice to know that you're not alone when you're trying to get things done and trying to be productive and implement new things, but you're kind of struggling and having a challenge and having a hard time. It's nice to know that you're not alone. You're not the only one. I encourage you to have some kind of external accountability in whatever way makes sense to you, but I'd love to hear about what your plans are in the comments section below, and I'll leave what I'm doing as well so we can kind of all share. Another way to be accountable is just being really radically accountable and honest with yourself. And that can be as simple as just kind of taking notes and tracking what you're doing week by week, even just using your calendar and kind of if you've scheduled in workouts or you've scheduled in like this is when I'm grocery shopping, this is when I'm meal prepping, and just kind of checking things off as you go. It can feel really satisfying to check those boxes. And then maybe if things don't work out one week or another, or one day or another, putting a little X beside it, maybe making a little note of like what was going on, maybe what the obstacle is, and then you can look at your plan and kind of revamp it or switch it up to suit your needs depending on what's going on. Maybe your initial goal was a little bit too lofty. Maybe you were starting from zero and thought, oh, I can do 4 days in the gym, and then realized, oh, I have a life, I have a job, I have kids, I have other responsibilities, and it just wasn't doable. So maybe start with 1 day, start with 2. And like I said in that original tip, gradually build your way up from there. I think we underestimate how much we can do when we really start small and start with like little things that build and build and build on themselves. And those little things build up into a tower of wins over time. And it's just a matter of continuing to implement and continuing to be consistent and do the things that we know are good for us. So if you've already done those first 4 tips, if you've lowered the barrier to entry, you've set yourself up for success, you've made the process as simple and enjoyable as possible, and you also have an accountability system in place, and you're still having a hard time doing the thing, just do it. So whether you feel like doing it or not, just do the thing. Oftentimes, mood follows action. So we often think that motivation is going to carry us through. We're always going to be motivated and ready and yay, it's the top of a new week or a new month or a new year. Yes, let's go, full of motivation. Motivation is awesome. And while it lasts, use it. It's a great tool, but it's not always going to be there. Different things come up in life, things happen, and we have to work around it when motivation isn't there. So really using our determination and using our commitment to ourselves to be as healthy and fit and well as possible, digging deeper into our why of why we're doing what we're doing is really, really helpful in getting going, and just do the thing. You kind of have to parent yourself a little bit and be that person that, tells yourself to do the things. No one is going to do it for you. No one is going to, wake you up at 6 a.m. to go to the gym. No one's going to prep your food or buy your food for you. I mean, maybe you have a partner who can help with some of these things, but at the end of the day, it comes down to you. And that's the great thing about it. It might sound challenging and difficult, and sometimes it is, but it's also really empowering to know that you are in control, you have the power. And a couple of ways that I find it helpful to just do the thing, even when I really don't want to do the thing, is consider if I actually need a break or not. Sometimes if you're pushing yourself to the limits and you're pushing really hard and you're kind of burning out, maybe you do need to take a step back and take a break. But that doesn't mean letting go of everything and just like not doing anything. It means reassessing what your goals are and what you're currently doing. And maybe your barrier to entry is a little bit lower than usual. For example, for myself, I was going to the gym 5 days a week, sometimes 6 days a week for quite a while, very consistently, first thing in the morning. And I went through a bout of time where I was sick, I was just having a hard time mentally, and I just physically and energetically didn't feel like I could do it. Did that mean that I went to the gym 0 days? While I was sick, yes, I took time off, which I highly recommend if you're legitimately sick and you're going to spread disease and spread germs. Stay home, right? Rest. But once I was ready to get back in there, and I didn't feel ready to get back in there, but I wasn't sick anymore, it was like, okay, what's my new barrier to entry? I was doing 5 to 6 days a week. What can I do now? What is going to be workable? What's going to be doable? And I sort of set a range for myself, like 2 to 4 days in the gym. And I started with, a couple days in the gym, maybe a couple days just kind of moving my body at home and doing something. And now I'm up to 4 days in the gym again. So I kind of gradually worked my way back up. And that's one way to make this work. I thought about future me. I thought about sort of setting my future self up for success. My ultimate goal is to be as healthy and as fit as possible and to encourage others to do the same. While I did need to take a step back, I was able to get back into a good rhythm by thinking about future me and setting my future self up for success. What would the me of tomorrow think of the decisions that I'm making right now? What would the me of next week or next month or next year think about what I'm currently doing and what's currently going on? And yes, giving myself some grace, giving myself some time to regroup and come back stronger. And at the same time, getting in there, getting things done, making progress, and it won't always look the same, and that's okay, and I can recalibrate and adjust, and I can still be working towards my goal and getting things done. Another great question to ask you with the just do it mentality is, what's the alternative? If I don't just get in there and do the thing that I want to do, what's the alternative here? And sort of playing out that scenario of, well, if I don't go to the gym today and I committed to myself that I would go and I am well enough to go, I'm going to feel upset with myself because I haven't kept a commitment to myself that I want to keep and that I want to do, and I'm something that is valuable to me and important to me, and I'm sort of letting myself down. And so if you sort of play it out and you sort of consider how you're going to feel in the future, that can be helpful in changing your present, changing the choices you're making right now in order to help your future self out. This can kind of also be helpful in the reverse, to think, oh, last week I went to the gym 4 days and I was really proud of myself for doing that. My goal was 2 to 4 days. I got in there 4 days. Check, 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 check. Yes, awesome. You build that confidence, you build that competence and that comfortability that you are capable and you can do the thing. And it allows you to build consistency, and it allows you to continue to work towards your goal, make progress, and do the thing and get in there and get it done and feel good about it. Oftentimes, with this just do it mentality, if you go in an alternative direction and you don't just get in there and do the thing and get it done, the alternative is often feeling disappointed in yourself, delaying your progress, putting off your goals, and not prioritizing you and your health. And at the end of the day, your health is the most important and most precious thing that you have. Take it from someone who has dealt with many health issues over the years, including ovarian cancer, endometriosis, asthma, chronic pain, and fatigue. Health is wealth, and if you don't take care of it now and do what you can to make it the best possible now, your risk of dealing with more health issues later in life increases. So set future you on a course and on a path to increased health and vitality and wellness. I am wishing you all the best on your health adventures, whether you want a weight loss journey, a fitness journey, just wanting to really be as healthy and fit and well as you can be. Please share your thoughts in the comments section below and share what is your one thing. I just want to hear one thing that you are choosing. This is the action step of the day. One thing that you are planning to change over the next week to improve your health, your wellness, your fitness, whatever your goal might be. What is that one thing? Is it eating vegetables at every meal, for example? Is it eating vegetables at one meal a day if it's just not part of your daily routine? Is it getting into the gym twice a week? Is it walking those 5,000 steps when you've only been doing 2,000? I would love to hear about what your plan is moving forward, and come back to this video to continue to check in and be accountable to yourself and to others in the community. Know that I'm always cheering cheering you on. My channel is a safe space to share your experiences and what you're going through and what's going well and what's not, and have others encourage you to do what works for you and improve your health and your wellness. If you're still having a hard time with just doing it and just getting the thing done, I'll have my co-coaching links and information in the description box below. Otherwise, take a look at other videos on my channel that are related to this topic. I'll have a bunch linked in the description box below and a few up on the screen at the end of the video here. If you've been watching through right until the end of the video, leave a smiley face emoji in the comment section below so that I know that you've watched through right until the end of this video. Please remember to like and subscribe before you leave, or hang out on the channel and check out some other videos while you're here. Coming up soon on the channel, I'll have a video about food noise, also some yummy recipes, some high protein pumpkin spice waffles, and other really great recipes coming soon. So stay tuned for that. I hope you're having a great day. Stay well, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.